Welcome, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dee, and this is Intuitive Life Advice. I'm going to do a reading for you today and see if I can answer some questions you may have or clarify something, clear something up, give you some sort of insight into your situation. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Please click the like button if you like the video, and leave a comment if you'd like to share an experience or a opinion about the video. Other people are actually, it's therapeutic when you guys do that, because once we grow this channel and have a bigger following, those comments are all going to help other people. You have no idea how helpful they are when somebody else is going through something similar as you. Your cards are just coming right out here for us, Capricorn. You've got a lot of interesting energy here. We've been given a couple of extra cards here. Sometimes that happens. It's okay. We welcome that. I'm going to see who we're dealing with. I've got a little bit of your past here. Not too much, but enough to get us the foundation, the reason that your current situation. It kind of gives us a segue into the current situation, and then what's coming up if things kind of remain the same, in the same energy that they're in currently for you. Okay, we've got a Capricorn here. Capricorn, that's possibly you showing up in your own reading. Well, we've got Capricorn, Earth, and then we've got a Scorpio here. Very interesting reading. I can already tell that this is very interesting. Capricorn, I feel like this, in your recent past, where you were extremely guarded, you were very guarded, you were protecting yourself. There was a Capricorn involved here, which I just really believe that this is just you showing up in your own reading. So that this tells me that this is about you, your past. You had a pregnancy. You were guarded, protecting yourself. I feel like you were guarding yourself from getting sick, maybe guarding yourself through this situation in the world right now where you may have been afraid to get out or be around people because you didn't want to come down with this virus. And especially being pregnant, I mean, I can completely understand that. Most people are feeling that way, whether they're pregnant or not. I just feel like you really built a fortress around you and your unborn child. And if your child was born in the recent past here, you were guarding that child with everything that you had in every way, trying to keep them healthy. Now, currently, I feel like you were alone through this pregnancy. I'm seeing here, and I don't know if I should say feel, because I actually see that you were worried about what people were going to think of you if you went through all of this, having the child, being pregnant, having a child, being the single mom, taking on that role. You were worried about what people thought of you about that decision to do that, but you worked through it, and this is still you, Capricorn. Earth sign, this is still you. This is all about you. you worked through that feeling of worrying. You were worried about what people may think, and I know you don't worry about what others think unless they matter. People, the right people do matter, and the right people, you should care what certain people think under certain circumstances, to be honest with you. And you worked through that to where you realized, I don't really need to answer to anyone. This is my life. I'm happy. Me and this child. It may have been twins. And you're happy. And you're doing well. You're doing fine. Now, what I'm also seeing is it's been hard for you recently, very recently. It's showing me here that you've kind of been afraid to believe. You're not believing what you're told without seeing it with your own eyes because of all the deception that's been surrounding the past couple of years here. There's so much different information out there. You sometimes don't know what's true, what's not. And it can induce a lot of fear and anxiety and depression. And I feel like you have trudged through that, feeling like you're on some sort of crazy, chaotic roller coaster, trying to get through this time in your life where everything is uncertain. And you have found you've realized during this time who is your person, who are your people, who make up your tribe, and who do not belong in your circle of trust, so to speak. You have clearly identified the people who belong close to you in your circle, in your tribe, and those who don't. That's very clear here. Now, you're also getting ready to run into an issue with someone you can't seem to get yourself to stop obsessing over. I don't see this being you stalking someone or driving by their house or doing any of those immature activities. This is you literally not being able to get this person off your mind. And it's been at least since this era, possibly a couple of years, maybe longer. It seems like this person just stays on your mind. And if you're watching this reading, it's probably because you were enticed by the title and you felt like you might get some insight into the Scorpio. And this is not, I don't really see this as a bad thing. I don't feel that it's a bad thing. I just think that these cards are here giving us these messages for a reason. I know that. And you're keeping a poker face. You're being stoic, not showing your emotion, not showing this person how you feel or even that you think about them. They have no idea that you can't stop thinking about them unless they're getting tarot readings. And if they're cross-watching this reading for you, they're finding that out now. But I don't think this person watches tarot readings. They don't connect that way as much as you would think that they would as a Scorpio. They're very old-fashioned, this person, very emotional, and they never show that. So all that emotion from their entire life is just built up into this enormous mass of emotion that they've never tapped into in front of people. They've never shared that with people, especially in romantic relationships. And if they ever do, they would probably cry a river. They may never stop crying here. And I feel like this person feels the same way about you. I don't really, it seems like I could go into a whole nother reading here. I could go into a whole new reading here on this Scorpio, Capricorn. Do you, this is just, I am not, I normally, or not very often, I don't know what I'm going to end up doing, but normally I don't quote song lyrics in my readings, but there is a song by Reba McEntire, and I'm pretty sure it's not originally her song. Maybe it is, I really don't know. But Reba McEntire has a song called Cry. And I feel like that's, if this person could tell you how they feel, that would be it. If this Scorpio could tell you how they feel, that would be it. Listen to that song. I'm going to have to listen to it now because I remember that just being a extremely emotional song. It was quite dramatic. And haunting, a little haunting, I remember. So you're kind of obsessed with this person, and you've never been committed to one another in any way, actually. It just feels like you may have crossed paths, your lives may have crossed at some point. They may have crossed more than once, but you guys never even started, much less entered into any type of relationship, even an openly non-committed one, nothing. So this is interesting. And it looks like you're trying this whole time to release that energy, and you just feel so, you feel like you're grieving the loss of someone that you never had. This is a very, it's gut-wrenching. I'm feeling this in my gut. It's just horrible. It's like if you knew the road you were supposed to take, but that road wasn't going to be good for you, at least not from what you could tell, and you had to take the other path because you knew better than to go down this road, but you feel like it's killing you that you didn't go down this road that was going to be bad for you. Yeah, very, very much of a very sad, traumatic type love story here. I'm feeling I can't get into that though, Capricorn. That's not what we're doing here. I can't get into that reading. Maybe I'll do that for you next as maybe a bonus type reading. We've got CPTSD. So this person has complex post-traumatic stress disorder. The Scorpio. I feel like they were either abused, maybe they were abused by a parent as a child, a teenager, and then they probably were betrayed by someone that they gave their heart to, when they were young and, 20s, in their 20s. Usually, I hate to put it this way, but the energy in this reading is, I don't want you to take this wrong, but it's like, it can stay with you. You get damaged when you're 20. It's a different damage than when someone tries to damage you in your 40s or 30s. I know that it doesn't hurt any less when you're older. It's just that you're so vulnerable when you're 20. You don't have all the experience behind you, to help you navigate this type of energy whenever someone hurts you. So I'm just feeling like this person didn't come out of that energy. They stayed there probably through all of the relationships they've had after that when they were 20. All the ones after that, they probably kept all this inside, and it just snowballs. It gets worse and worse, and to the point of CPTSD. So that's post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. So it was kind of a long-term form of an abuse, like if they were abused by a spouse or a parent when they were young, something like that. Or if they were in the service, the CPTSD could be from being in the service, the armed forces, and being sent to another country to go to war, or to just, to Afghanistan or to Iraq or, Vietnam even. I don't know what age group I'm talking to here, but you're being asked to, or that's the reason this person is so hard to figure out. It's because they're hidden behind all the layers that make up the characteristics of someone who has complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I hope I didn't lose you right there. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. That's a very bad state to be in, especially if you're not getting treatment, because it can just take over your life, and it usually causes, alcohol, drug addictions of many different kinds. Some sexual addictions, some eating disorders, sleeping disorders, anxiety, depression, just all kinds of problems that are very hard for someone to deal with that are in a relationship with you, And you're being asked here, this is your words of wisdom, you're being asked to remember, whenever you're in doubt, you don't know if you're going in the right direction in your mind or in your heart or in your emotion, in your emotional state, just remember to know when you're grounded. You know when you're grounded and you're balanced whenever you can align your thoughts, your words, and your actions. If you are thinking, saying, and doing the same things, if they all align, then you know that you're grounded, you're balanced, and you're whole. And that's your advice card. So as long as your thoughts, words, and actions are all aligned, then you know you're balanced, and then you can trust your intuition, your inner voice. And you know that, just remember, your intuition is not attached to emotion. It is just intuition, which is everything that you need. It's your better judgment, your better knowing, your inner voice, your higher self, God, your higher knowing is trying to alert you to something. And when you listen to that, you can never take a wrong turn. Thank you for joining me, Capricorn. I hope this helps you in some way. Please subscribe, please like the video, please leave a comment. I appreciate you all so much. Take care.